Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Today, guys, I'm bringing you another episode on how to get better at Fortnite Battle Royale. We're mainly going to be looking at PC, but these tips will definitely help for console as well. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Now, before I get into the actual clips I'm going to show you guys and kind of talk you guys through why I did certain things, I want to just go ahead and talk about basic tips that should be obvious. Small disclaimer in these gameplays are probably like a week and a half old, 2 weeks, something around that, and I've definitely changed up how I've been playing Fortnite, and I've gotten a lot better. So my first tip that I'm going to start off with is your sensitivity. You want to make sure your sensitivity is really low when playing Fortnite. You don't want your sensitivity to be extremely high, because a problem that can happen is your close range gunfights are going to be very random. You guys are probably seeing a lot in this gameplay. I'm doing a lot of flicking and things of that nature, and that's kind of because my sensitivity for my mouse is a little bit too high and I needed to lower it, and now I've been basically experimenting with my sensitivity, and I still kind of haven't even figured out the best sensitivity for me. And the reason because of that is you want to, one, make sure that your sensitivity is low enough to the fact that you're actually hitting your shots and your close range battles are starting to become more consistent rather than random. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you can still, aka, turn on people and build around yourself very quickly. If someone starts shooting at you, can you hurry up and do a 360, get some walls down, get a floor down, and just start building those stairs and start getting ready, so hopefully you don't die in a scenario or something like that. And in this gameplay, I've done a very good job of building walls around myself if people are pushing me, hitting my shots with my shotgun and things of that nature. So to just repeat myself, figure out your sensitivity. What's the best sensitivity for you? You don't have to go to popular streamers like Ninja, Summon, things of that nature and ask them for their sense. You mainly just have to experiment, play this game a ton, and change your sensitivity. Figure out what's the best sense for you, to the point to where you can build really fast as well as hit your shots when it comes to close range battles. Now, another tip that I have for you guys that should be kind of obvious: when you're trying to get better, win more games, win more gunfights in Fortnite, you need to be landing in very popular areas. I'm talking tilted towers. Honestly, I want to say just land tilted towers for like a whole day or two in a row and don't even go anywhere else, just because of the fact this is the one area where there's not going to be that many building battles. There's going to be quite a few building battles. You might start to get into them like after the game's been going on for 10 to 15 minutes, but when you're playing in tilted towers, there's not really that many insane building battles. Now, if there is a building battle, it's kind of what this gameplay has shown. You know, you just put up your basic stairs, put some walls around yourselves, and you basically just have a fight. There's not going to be that crazy tower build battles that usually happens in places like Pleasant Park, Greasy Grove, etc. There's a lot of other areas where you know that you're going to need mats meaning building materials, in order to basically get out of that area, because there's going to be a lot of building fights. So we're now going to start off with a shotgun clip, and this goes back to the first episode where I say just try to move as much as possible, just like my opponent's doing, crouching, jumping, doing all that type of weird stuff to try to get my shot off, and that's going to come through with you hitting your shots and possibly lowering down your sensitivity. Now, when it comes to long range gunfights like the previous one, I just want to go ahead and say sometimes you don't need to hold down the trigger all the time. I'll tone down the trigger because he wasn't that far, but when they are extremely far, tap shoot it a lot, you'll be a lot more accurate. This shotgun fight was really dope. He got a lot of my shield off, then he got a lot of hits onto me to where, you know, my health went down. I needed to kind of run away, regroup, re-get into the fight. And for me, there's not a big problem with running away from a fight, especially if it's to give yourself an advantage. If I would have stayed there, it wasn't going to be helping myself. So me running away gave me the advantage. He came out and I was able to get an easy headshot onto my opponent. This clip is very basic. We're just jumping around. You guys can clearly tell that my sensitivity at this very moment was way too high, because I couldn't even tell that I got that kill in the recording. The recording could hardly even tell that I shot him. So that's something that I just need to kind of, you know, take my sensitivity, come back a little bit, re-look at my sense, and now my close range gunfights aren't really that insane where it's like you guys can hardly tell what's going on the screen. But like I said previously, you need to make sure that you can still kind of 360 a little quicker. You don't want your sensitivity to be too low in this game, but it needs to be somewhat at a balance, if that basically makes sense. And the last tip that I want to give you guys, this game comes down to situations. If the zone's on you, if someone puts a trap on you, things of that nature, you just need to play the game a ton, get into so many different fight situations, so you then know how to get out of any type of situation that gets thrown at yourself. It's extremely hard to do so, but people like Ninja, Myth basically play the game so much to the points where they've basically had any type of gunfight situation, they know how to get out of it, or they played so much that if they are giving any type of situation, they can get out of it. And sometimes it's not going to work in your favor. Sometimes you are going to die. Sometimes someone got so many crits onto you, you can't do anything about it. You're going to die. And because this is a battle royale game, things like that are going to happen, and you just have to take that one on the left cheek and just move on, get into another game, and start playing a game. Play more, play different situations, have fun, continue grinding, and just try to get better over and over again. And as a last thing, if you can do this last tip, especially the fact that they're going to be coming in with theater mode in this game, watch your games over. Rewatch your games. If you play second or third in a solo and you're wondering why, rewatch it. Figure out what the guy did that killed you, so next time you play Fortnite, you can now know what to do in a situation. So that's really the best way to get better. Rewatching your gameplays, it literally lets you know what you did wrong, what you now can do in certain different scenarios and things of that nature. And obviously, like I said before, when they finally come out with theater mode, it's then going to give you the option to see what your opponent did. You get to see how this person killed you, how they were basically playing the game. Also, if you don't want to wait for this theater mode, if you're playing on PC, there's tons of different outlets to record yourself playing. And if you are playing on Xbox or PS4, both of those consoles have technology where you can basically record the last 15 minutes. And honestly, most games are either like 15 to 20 minutes, so you can really try to vary and get at least some of your game at least recorded, so you can see what exactly has been going on in your games. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be episode 2 of how to get better at Fortnite Battle Royale. Hopefully these tips helped you guys out for how to get better at this game. I know that this is basically the hottest battle royale game that's out right now. Everyone wants to get extremely good at this game, and hopefully my tips are helping you guys win more gunfights, get better, and things of that nature. And if you guys want an episode 3, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll definitely come out with a 3rd episode. As always, it's Bean Boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. See you guys next time. Peace out.
I felt your heart